Hello, this is Jill Coleman of jillstamps.com, and in this video I'd like to teach you how to make these fun three-dimensional paper hearts. And you can then, once you're done with them, you can string them into a fun Valentine's banner, or you could hang them individually just by themselves as a decoration for possibly a Valentine's party. To make these paper hearts, you're going to need 8 strips of Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper. You'll need 4 pieces at 1 inch by 6 inches, 2 pieces 1 inch by 8 inch, and 2 pieces 1 inch by 10 inches. And you could do cardstock with this project if you'd like. You could stamp it or leave it plain, or you could even, if you're using Designer Series paper, you could mix up the patterns. I've just chosen for this project just to use the same pattern for the whole heart. So start out with your 6-inch pieces of the Designer Series paper. I want to pay attention to your patterns to see if there possibly is a way that is upright or upside down. With this particular pattern, there's some hearts here, so I want to make sure those hearts are right side up when I create the heart. I'll start with these 2 patterns since they're matching. You're going to take your 1 inch by 6 inch pieces and adhere them back to back. And you want to go ahead and run your snail adhesive all the way down so it's a complete stick. And I know that from experience. I tried to be cheap and do just little pieces on ends and center, and when you put your paper heart together, it ended up kind of buckling and you could see the centers. So definitely run your adhesive all the way down. So you've got, that's going to be your center stem for your heart. Now, working from your longest pieces outward to your shortest pieces, you're going to start with your 10-inch pieces. Again, you want to pay attention to a pattern. If these hearts, you're actually going to want to put them upside down. You can see those tiny hearts. I want to put them upside down. So I'm going to start with my 10-inch pieces and layer them alongside that center stem. And again, the pattern you want facing out, once you bend them down, you're going to have facing in now. See that? Then we'll work with the 8-inch pieces. Again, pattern upside down, if there is one. It doesn't really matter. And then we'll go move out to our 6-inch pieces. Okay. And now I want to make sure this bottom edge, that all the strips are lined up. I'm just going to tap those down on my grid paper. And so we have the bottom edges lined up. If you're more comfortable at this point stapling this together, if you have a hard time hanging on the paper while you begin the next process, you could do that. I just chose not to do that. I was able to do it without stapling. From this point, you're going to start with your 6-inch pieces and just bend them down. And again, lining up with that bottom edge. So that starts a small heart. Go to your 8-inch piece. Bend those down, get your second layer, and then finally your 10-inch long pieces of your Designer Series paper. And there you have your 3-dimensional paper heart. At this point, you just want to, again, double check those ends, make sure your edges are as lined up and straight as they can be, and your bottom, again, really pinching that tight. I'll then use my crocodile to punch through all those layers, and then cinch that all closed and keep it that way with a brad. And you want to use one of our larger brads. This is one of our in-color brads, but the larger brads will have longer tails to be able to go completely through and give you a good secure end on the back side. So that's just a real quick and easy fun project you can make for Valentine's Day. You could change these to white and use them for possibly a bridal shower or an anniversary party. And if you want something a little smaller, maybe you don't want to hang it actually out on a banner or from the ceiling, you could go to something a little smaller. This is a little smaller heart there. Those could be fun to be on like a centerpiece on a dining room table, hung from a little decorative tree. The dimensions on this little heart, again, you have the 8 strips of Designer Series paper. You have 4 pieces at 1/2 inch by 4 inches, 2 pieces at 1/2 inch by 6 inches, and 2 pieces at 1/2 inch by 8. So a couple different sizes to work with, and you can adjust this as needed for your project. Thanks for stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, contact me at jill@jillstamps.com. You can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/jillstamps, or on Twitter, twitter.com/jillstamps. Thanks for being here. Have a great day.